see both
Good
of you.
morning.
Good morning.
So, but people a bit uneasy about this, and I guess you can understand.
Obviously, you always have two air hostesses, stewards at the back. Well, you just cannot believe that they would possibly have survived, but they did. And actually, out of all of the 305 crew and passengers, they were survivors. There were just two killed, two teenage girls, and you just think that is absolutely unbelievable. Of course, there's a huge investigation going on. There were 4 pilots on that plane, and one of the co-pilots had limited experience, was training and hadn't landed at San Francisco, but they still believe that this was a mechanical fault because the plane was coming in too slow.
You see the pictures, I'm
when it
amazed
landed.
anybody get out of it.
Completely wrecked.
You
isn't
can't
it?
believe that
Completely
anyone
wrecked.
actually walked away from that, and they did.
Amazing.
It's quite amazing.
Absolutely extraordinary. Now, what about this one? Victims' families are very angry. This is making most of the papers this morning. European judges ruled that serial killers must be given the right to seek parole. In other words, life in jail isn't life in jail.
Yes, you're indignant about this. I would say that...
Exactly. And you wonder, though, what people would be worried about, is that going to cost a fortune? Is that going to cost them actually? This is the thing, you know,
it will cost the taxpayer, and surely I think life should mean life, but...
Certainly in the cases of the faces that we saw there, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, this one. An aspiring glamour model, and you remember her, she caused outrage after having a boob job done on the NHS. We actually spoke to her on Daybreak. Well, it was cost nearly £5,000. She now wants them removed on the NHS.
They're too big. I think 36 double D she went up to. I mean, she obviously managed to have this operation on the NHS in the first place. Some would argue that there are more deserving cases, but she had it done.
Oh dear, I'm just looking at that photograph. That's not a good way.
Well, she wants to launch a career as a glamour model, and now she's saying they're too big. Well, I think a lot of people would say there's a case of a 2-year-old with cerebral palsy that could have an operation so that he could walk. Well, is that not a more deserving case? You've had the operation.
I hope she's saved up her model fees to pay for it.
Yes,
me too. I definitely don't think she should get that on the NHS. Now,
well, she's saying she doesn't choose whether the NHS approve it or not. That's her argument. But I think actually she should pay for that operation herself.
Indeed. Bit of a health scare for Elton John.
Yes.
It's on the front of a lot of the papers this morning.
Big the summer off. But, you know, if a thing like that does go wrong inside you, then the consequences can indeed be fatal. So we're lucky to have him.
No, we are. He's such a trooper, but actually sometimes you have to listen to your body.
You do.
And if things like that are happening, I mean, he was like, you know, carrying on, you know,
10
the show
gigs.
must go on.
He's played
and all
10
of that.
gigs.
And feeling
Stiff upper
terrible.
lip.
So, yeah, you should be less British. And just kind of, you know, just say, now listen to what's going on inside my body. Now, we all like to treat our dogs, don't we? What about this? Does this not go a wee bit too far? It's a TV channel specifically for dogs. What does it show? Bones?
Apparently, one of the programmes within this is how to allow your postman to safely deliver a letter through the box without getting snapped on the other side. So you can leave your dog at home. This is obviously for dog owners who don't want to leave their dogs at home. They've got 24/7 television, dog TV. Now, guess where this comes from?
Oh, let me think.
I wonder. Of course it's from America. You know, I guess we've got to wait and see whether it's going to be a success. It's going to cost you £7 a month, and your dog can happily sit at home watching how not to snap the postman's hand off.
The postmen are big in the news today, aren't they? Beginning and the story. There we
My
go.
wee dog loves David Attenborough. Absolutely. Rocky loves him. And penguins, he goes bananas. You know, when there's penguins sort of toddling about, he goes absolutely crazy. Massive fan of David Attenborough's. I need to get him into trains.
I like penguins too.
Yeah, I love penguins. There's something about them. But very much indeed.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you.